What up, investors? Ken here from the Dyslexic Investor, and we're going to be looking at Tesla stock. Yes, Tesla stock, it has been through the roof. It's just been flying off the shelf. It has been running to the river. It has been going to the moon. Yes, Tesla stock has been performing fantastic ever since its last quarter surprise, and the stock has just been climbing drastically. And Elon Musk has said multiple times when he wanted to take his company private, he wanted the 420 per share goal, which we're getting close to that. We're just around like 390-ish, low 390s. And that's been quite of a jump up since we've last talked about it here on the channel. So let's go ahead and look at the chart. So these are these lines. I'm actually going to hide these suckers. Cancel right next. There we go. So we said in this area down here, this is the daily chart. We said in this area here that it was going to consolidate, hold the 21. This is the yellow line on the daily. It has, and it has bursted up with little to no volume here, but a lot of volume coming in this Monday and then a lot today. This is after a lot of the pretty bearish individuals were coming on CNBC, different talk shows, talking about, oh, Tesla's actually a pretty good investment. They're actually a great growth company. They're actually so innovative. They're so smart. They're so wonderful. The cars are fantastic. The technology behind them is light years, space age years in front of any other car manufacturers, and then it just took off. And then this is just basically a short squeeze of all the shorts getting out, because if you go on a longer time frame, let's do on a weekly here, we were bumping up against some all-time highs here, which the all-time high was up here at around 390-ish, and we blew past that by like $5, and it has just been a monster tear. So we just break down this on a daily chart. So basically, from its quarter earnings to, oh, come on now, come on, there we go. We are up. Wait, that can't be right. We are nearly up 57%. 57% since its quarter earnings. That was the beginning of end of September. So ever since then, we've just been gangbusters and just flying higher. And that being said, where do we go from here? Do we actually hit the 420 price that Elon Musk says that that his company's worth and he wanted to go private with in 2018? I think so, yeah. But the only kicker is right now we are in unknown territory. So this is basically unknown territory due to the technical side. Yes, there's a lot of fundamentals behind the company. It's growing really fast. We can look here on some of the indicators. It's now just touching the RSI on the weekly, and if we just jump to the daily, I'm sure it's touched it too. Yeah, so it's touched it. But the thing is, it can stay up here in RSI overbought or oversold. This would be overbought if it's up above this line for a long period of time. And you can kind of see it just has a small pullback. So what's going to happen, I think my conclusion is that we kind of hover around this area, maybe tag 400 just for kicks and giggles, wait for a lot of these moving averages to come up to the 370 level, the 21 and so forth, and these other moving averages kind of slowly kind of settle off here. Like you kind of see here on an earnings jump, it gets this huge green candles and kind of levels off. Huge jump, settles off, pulls a little bit back, nothing crazy, doesn't break the trend, but that continues to build a base and then continues to go higher. Again, any bad news could come out, but that being said, this is a fantastic stock, and the next price level I have in mind is 447.02, and then after that it's well over 500, and then I have a price target of $733.63. Again, I don't know when that's going to happen, but these are just the Fibonacci retracements from this swing high to low in just the past 3 years. So not meaning these can be met, but I wanted to show these on a larger time frame. So I'm going to get rid of these guys, and we're actually going to jump this out to a whole month. All right. So the thing is there is no previous swing as deep as this. So what we can do is do a fib from here, oop, into here, the lowest, so it's just $14, and you can kind of see some reasonable price targets. Like that's where a lot of people are getting their $1,000 price target. It's the from the low to high, the Fibonacci retracement, like 500, 630, 10, 11, 76. So $1,000, $1,176 could be a initial price target. But again, Tesla has had its enormous swings. You can see here. Again, this is starting back in the summer of 2011. So 2011 to like 13, it did nothing, and then it just took off. Consolidated into 17, and then took off again. Consolidated, came back to the lows that we had in 17, 16, and 15, but then just made a complete V-shaped bottom and now off to the races. I see this happening, kind of consolidating, maybe going slightly higher, but from that point on, we're pretty much, let me draw these lines back again. I don't want to lose those very important lines. Then going back and consolidating, letting these moving averages catch up. Again, the overall market as a whole in 16 and the beginning of 17 weren't that great. Again, we had 17, most of 17 was a fantastic run up. Then we had the different various issues with the federal the trades, the Fed. They're cutting rates and raising rates and blah blah blah, recession, all this stuff, and it's been consolidating, and had a huge sell-off just this recent year. All right, just want to make note of that. Like, look how big that sell-off was there, and that was due to a lot of negativity. This is when, hey, you can't sell a car, your car is not going to go anywhere, no one's going to buy your car, that it's way overpriced, there is no market for it, the demand's not there, Ford's going to come in and just kick your butt. Long story short, we're going to fast forward to today on a daily chart again, and it's just been off to the races. Fantastic. Fundamentals still are catching up. If they have a couple good quarters, this thing would just be going to the moon. I currently don't have any trades in this company, in Tesla. I did trade it around the 180 level down here when I bought it, and then sold it, all of it after the quarter. It was a very quick turnaround trade, like 6 months, but that was a pretty rough to hold that, even down to this level, because there wasn't, if you zoom out to this, there wasn't that much of a support level at these areas, even looking back to a certain extent. Let me be more precise here. There we go. Yeah, that being said, I am super loving Tesla, but that being said, we could have a pullback because this thing is off to the races, and we could have some news coming out. They're not reporting for quite some time, so nothing on that extent is going to come out, but you could have a couple analysts just downgrading it for no apparent reason. Who knows what can happen, but definitely I love this stock. If it comes down to the 360s or even 350s, it's definitely a buy in my portfolio. And we'll just go from there. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.